I hope you're all having a good day. Just to talk about visa information in Colombia today and how long you can stay as a tourist and the ways you can extend your time to stay in Colombia. We'll go over that today. So if you're interested in that, keep watching, I'll let you know. So I've been in Colombia 2 years now, off and on, with no visa. You can stay in Colombia as a tourist for 90 days. Originally, they'll ask you how long you want to stay when you get into the country, and they usually give you 90 days. After that 90 days, or about a week before that 90 days, you can go on the internet or go to an immigration office in Colombia, in Bogota or Medellin, any major city really, and they can extend for another 90 days, which is 180 days. That's the half a year you can stay in Colombia without a visa. At this point, that's what I've been doing right now. There's some options for visas to stay if you want to study or go to school. Learning English also qualifies for this, which we'll go over in another video. We'll talk more about the details of these things and university and schools that qualify. You could also get an M visa, which is technically a migrant visa, which is for marriage, it's for investments, which we'll also go over in more detail about visas. This is mainly for if you're a tourist, how long you can stay in Colombia, which is 180 days total every calendar year. And so if you plan it right, you can stay in Colombia for half a year, 180 days, and then leave in the before the new year. I've done it for 2 days. I left on the 31st and came back on the 3rd from Ecuador, and they still allowed me to come to Colombia no problem, and redid the 90 days, and I applied for another 90 days, and it was no problem. Sometimes if you're going from other countries, in Ecuador, the airline gave me a little trouble as they didn't really know the regulation, but they contacted migration in Colombia and they said it was no problem. And also the same will be said with COVID-19. I have been allowed to stay in Colombia as the 90 days or 180 days had gotten frozen. So I was allowed to stay in the country until COVID-19 got a little better, which would be about 8 months. So 2 or 3 months extra from my time. And so now I can leave the country again for 2 weeks and come back because it's so close to the new year. Colombian immigration's pretty relaxed usually. I've had no problems. And I travel with my Colombian girlfriend a lot, and she's had no problems also. Other countries getting into the country has not given us problems. They ask more questions, but generally immigration here is very simple. At the migration Colombia offices, at least where I am, the people are very friendly, and they try and help. Usually there's someone there that speaks English. If not, they'll make you an appointment or tell you where to go. There's a lot of security. To visit these offices is totally normal. Visiting migration any other place would be probably the same. One thing I can say is I've had to contact the consul office or the Embassy of Canada in Bogota because of COVID-19. I needed some information, and this was not an easy situation. And maybe it was due to COVID-19, or maybe it's just generally like that. But I recommend if you have any questions, just to call directly the migration office, and they'll usually try and help you, or they'll know where to send you. If you've not done it before, the online process is fairly simple. You need a copy of your passport, you need a copy of the photo in your passport, and the stamp that when you entered, and a little more information, and they'll fill out they'll usually send you within 2 or 3 days your approval. I've never gone to the immigration or done it online and not got approved. And also, that being said, on the internet they say that you might or you need a return ticket to go somewhere else out of the country. I've never had to present one. In Colombia, migration from other countries to enter Colombia have asked me, like airlines, usually budget airlines ask you. But once you arrive in Colombia, they don't really ask you. I've never been asked. I was asked one time at immigration if I had it, and I just said no, that I don't know what my plans are yet, and they said fine. They allotted me the extra 90 days, and they just say, have a good time, enjoy your time in Colombia. So if you like the information in this video, if you have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Like the video and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon.